Woman of the Year award goes to Dylan Mulvaney. Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friends, where we like to call out the lies, hypocrisy, and corruption of tyrants, shine the light of awareness on woke absurdities, men can be women too, and highlight the amazing work of other freedom fighters. So, was this Attitude Magazine just had their awards ceremony in London. London, if you don't know, that's the country that America beat to win its independence from, hashtag 1776. So they're in London, amongst other Attitude Magazine awards, they had their Woman of the Year award. Who was it awarded to? None other than Mr. Dylan Mulvaney. And I'll show you something absurd in just a second about something else, but still about the same topic. But congratulations to Attitude Magazine for being woke enough to make sure that the women that you are awarding are in fact men. I think we need more patriarchy taking over femininity. That makes a lot of sense. We're so against masculinity, but bring in the masculine. We're going to give the awards for women to them. That'll be great. Of note, the Attitude Magazine awards ceremony was sponsored by Virgin Atlantic. That's Richard Branson's airline, and they have gotten a little bit woke for sure. There's some other things. They're like, here's our flight attendants cross-dressing, so fly with us. I'm disappointed by this. Years ago, I read Richard Branson's autobiography, and I'm like, dude, he's a cool guy. He's a risk taker. Seems like fun, like whatever. Goes parachuting, like seems like a gnarly guy. And now his company, which I'm sure he's not just micromanaging all decisions in his company, but nonetheless, it's still his freaking company, Virgin Atlantic, sponsoring an award ceremony that is recognizing that literally the best woman on planet Earth is a man. So I think Virgin Atlantic, they're apparently committed to Bud Lighting themselves. Literally, like they're using the Bud Light toxicity that is Dylan Mulvaney. They're using that exact person associated with their brand. They're sponsoring the award ceremony. So great job, Bud Lighting yourselves. Like, how can we get behind Dylan Mulvaney the same way Bud Light did? That worked out pretty well for them, didn't it? It didn't? Well, it'll probably work out well for us. But in other news about similar topics, hot off the presses, there's a bicycling race just outside of Chicago. Now, allegedly, not everybody got shot. So kudos to you, Chicago, your crime-ridden area under leftist mayor Lori Lightfoot, who's now out of office. But man, her impact is a very deep footprint that Mrs. Beetlejuice sets in. Here's a headline on the New York Post. Trans cyclists take gold and silver in Chicago women's race. Not just the top spot. We're used to that in women's sports. You got to have the winner be a man. Just like the woman of the year, it's got to be a man. But no, it's first and second place, both men. Got to love it. We've taken all the places on the podium. But unfortunately, third place was a woman. Two transgender cyclists took home gold and silver at a women's cycling event in Chicago, sparking fresh controversy as only one biological female made the podium. I don't know. I'm sure the Woman of the Year is going to fix this so that there's not even one biological female on the podium next time. This is where we're at. It's our fault, but I think we can do better, and I think you and I are working on doing better, and I think it's important to wake more people up and wake ourselves up to a greater degree about the idiocracy that is happening, the assault on objective truth, honestly, the assault on womanhood that is happening for sure. We have more waking up to do and a lot more action to take, but that's why I'm very proud to be on Team Humanity and Team Freedom with you, my freedom-loving friend. So that's it for today's video, but before you go, I want to tell you about a special message. Special announcement, my friend. I want to let you know that I've just launched my very own children's book. It's called Chomp Chomp Chomp, the Snap Fast Challenge. It's a book I've launched with Brave Books, who specialize in bringing pro-freedom, pro-America, pro-God messages to children and families all around the world. We all know the big problem out there. There are so many dangerous ideologies designed to get into the minds of children and compete for space in their minds. So, we know we need to not only protect children from those dangerous ideologies, but we also need to provide solutions that lead children in a positive light, instill good morals and values in them. That's exactly what I've tried to do with this book. The message in this book is the #1 message that I wish to instill in my son. So I wanted to put it in book form so I could bring it to children and families all around the world as well. I would be honored if you checked out my new book and bring it to kids and families in your life. You can grab it at bravebooks.us. There you can also subscribe to Brave's Family Plan, where each month you get a new book, new games, new conversation starters to bring even more positive momentum into families in your life. Thanks for checking it out, my friend.